Hey guys, it's Robin, and I had a question about what to do if your hip flexors are really tight. So I thought I'd answer it in a video because I know if one person asks the question, more than one person has the same question. So here's a few stretches, and the first one is kind of maybe something similar that you may have been doing, but I'm just going to show you a way to do it a little bit differently to get a little bit of a different result. So you can put your knee on something like a yoga block if you want for comfort, or I just have this yoga mat, whatever works for you. You just don't want it on a really hard surface because it's not going to be comfortable. You're going to put your other foot out and you're going to be in a 90-degree angle everywhere, but you're not going to be leaning forward. You know, a lot of us do that leaning forward stretch to stretch the hip flexor. This is a little bit different. So all you're going to be doing is tightening up your glutes and pushing your hip towards that wall. And I can totally feel this right in the front of my hip flexor. And of course it makes sense that our hip flexors get tight, right? Because all the time we're sitting in this position and we're not doing a lot of activity in our daily lives that are going to stretch it out. So it is important to do these kind of stretches. If you want to take this stretch up a notch and make it a little bit harder, take your arms over your head and lean to the opposite side of the hip that you're stretching, and it's going to intensify that stretch. You're going to feel it even more. And a third way to intensify that stretch is to put your foot up against something. Like I have my foot now up against my couch. My other foot's going to be out in front still same position, so like 90 degrees. Oops, losing my balance. Still upright and still pushing this hip right straight forward towards that wall. I'm not pushing it down towards the floor, pushing it straight forwards by tucking in my glutes. So, and this intensifies it as well by putting your foot up. So that's number one, 3 variations of the first stretch. The second one is pigeon. And a lot of us do this for a glute stretch, but it can be used for a hip flexor stretch as well. And you're gonna feel it wherever you're tightest. So if you're really tight in your hip flexors, that's probably where you're gonna feel it. So you're going to put one foot down like this, and wherever you put your foot doesn't really matter. It's going to be depending on your range of motion and what's comfortable for you. But you're going to kind of get up over your foot, and you're going to be trying to push this pocket down to the floor, and that's how you're going to feel the hip flexor stretch. So you're going to lean forward and really focus on trying to get this pocket to the floor. I'm tighter in my hips, so that's more where I feel it. I don't feel it that much in my hip flexor. But if you're really tight in your hip flexor, which is the point of this video, then you're going to feel it there. Third thing that you can try, and of course you're going to do all of these stretches on both sides. I'm just showing you one side for, just for timing, but you're going to, of course, do them all on both sides. And you might not want to do them in jeans shorts either, but I just thought I'd do this quick while I had a minute. So this one you are going to lean forward a little bit more, and you're going to put your hand down, twist up, look up towards your hand, and you're going to think about turning that pocket again towards that wall. So turning your hip towards that wall, not just pushing it down to the floor, but turning it to that wall, and then you're going to feel it in the hip flexor. And if you're doing all of those stretches and you're finding it's still just so tight and you're really having problems with it, you might need to do some release on it. So either go to see a massage therapist, or you can use something like this handy dandy roller. It comes in this bumpy style, or it comes in a smooth style, and also a ball, like a tennis ball or any kind of ball that you can, just put in your hip flexor. What you're going to do is the crease of your hip, you're going to aim for that so that it goes right on the roller or the ball or whatever you're using, and you're just going to kind of move back and forth till you find an area that's really tight and sore, and then you might just want to settle there for a while. And then, just let it release. So if you're really tight, this is probably a step that you're going to have to take. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope it's helpful, because it's really important. We talk about working out and everybody's kind of all into working out, but stretching out your muscles is just as important. And if you don't stretch them out, they just don't work as well. You're going to end up with pain, and you're going to end up with other problems. So it's really important. So try out these stretches and let me know how it goes. Have a great day.